repairing this Toshiba laptop. As you can see, the screen is all broke, so I'm going to be changing the screen to replace it with a brand new screen. As you can see, it's all broke and it definitely needs a new screen. So you can try this at home yourself. Sometimes no need to pay for a technician to fix some of the repair work for you. So I have my tools ready. So the first thing that you're going to do is you have to make sure you get the right screen. So I got a new screen here. I have to make sure it's also compatible with the model that you're going to be replacing with. First, you have to make sure you always get the model number of the device. So for example, the laptop, and you're good to go. So I'm going to be changing the screen. First, I'm going to be doing is to unscrew the hinges, and so that I can easily remove the broken one out. So I'll carefully do this. And, I'm only right now removing all the screws. Yeah. So once you remove all the screws, you have to make sure to put the screws in a place whereby you can easily access them. You can easily get them as well. So when removing it, make sure to you look at some of the sections too, because sometimes some of the screws are somehow hidden. You have to make sure you get those ones out as well. So once you take all the screws out, then we can start removing the broken one. So as you can see now, I have removed all the screws. About 6 screws, 1, 2, and then 2 and 2 there. So I can easily remove this just using my bare hands. But if you think you can remove with your hands, just using poking tools, you can easily do that. Use that as well to remove it. Carefully and gently do it to remove it. Well, so once I remove all the 4 corners of it, in this case I'm not going to remove the whole section of the laptop up to the motherboard. So as you can see now, I've removed all the 4 corners. So if I want, I don't necessarily have to remove the whole thing, just to make the repair process very easy for me. So right now I'm only going to remove the hinges. As you can see, the hinges also have about 8 screws, 4 on this section, so that's 4 on this section as well. So I can easily and carefully remove that. And then there's a flex cable that runs from the motherboard to the screen. So I will end up removing that one as well. So once I remove all the 4, but I'm going to be left with 1 screw on this side. so the screen will not just fall off. Okay, but again, I have to be very careful as well. As you can see here, there is a webcam cable that runs from the board, from the motherboard as well, or from the system board to the camera, as well as the Wi-Fi as well. So I have to be careful so that I will not like cut any of those cables as well. So now I'm left with only 2 screws. So I'm going to carefully remove all those, and then the screen will be off from the hinges. Okay, now we have our screen off. So as you can see, this is the easiest and the quickest way of replacing your laptop screen. You don't necessarily have to remove the whole thing, but just carefully remove it, and if you think you can do it this way, there's another way of easily and quickly replacing your laptop screen. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully move the screen. So I'm going to make sure I remove the plastic which is protecting the connector, and then it's off. As you can see, something like 40 pins. So I've already removed it from the board. From there I can easily remove it as well, remove all the Okay, now we have taken out the old screen, or the light screen. This is the old screen, as you can see. So we put it now aside, and then this is our new screen, so which we are going to be replacing that now. Make sure you align it correctly as well. And this is not the easiest way for you to replace the screen. Please remove the entire section out if you think that is much more easy for you. Okay. Okay, so now I've decided to check some sections as well, and also like to show you as well if you want to remove or if you want to change some of the hardware on this Toshiba laptop. So let's say if you want to upgrade the RAM, this is where the RAM goes, and then this is the cover. This is what was covering the RAM slot. So you take it off, and then you're going to see the RAM card there, which is for the, I don't know how many gig this one have. Each model have 2 gig of RAM. So basically this computer have 4 gig of RAM, 2 and then 2. So if you want to upgrade it, you have to make sure that it's also compatible with what you have on the computer, so that you will not be going through any problem. So I have already removed the first one. So what I have to do is make sure you click it, and then you can take another one out as well. So I've taken the both RAMs out. So this is the hard drive. So if you want to replace that one as well, so I have, this was what was covered in the hard drive. Okay, you unscrew it to have just one screw, remove it, and then we have access to the hard drive. Removing the hard drive, you have to be very careful to make sure that you do not damage anything as well. So I'm also like putting the screws in a separate section so that I will not mix them as well. So this is our hard drive. Now we have full access to it. This is a SATA hard drive. This Toshiba laptop. So what I'm going to do is, instead of just pulling it out, I'm not going to pull it out like that, but rather I'm going to push it. I'm going to slide it out, so the hard drive can easily be disconnected from the connector here. It's disconnected. So we have a hard drive in hand, which I just put it right here. So now we have removed the hard drive, we have removed RAM. So this section here is if you want to put an extra hard drive in. Okay, and then section here we have a battery in case you want to replace the battery. Okay, so I've shown you how to remove your hard drive for this Toshiba, and as well as if you want to upgrade the RAM as well. So now I'm going to show you to you how to replace the keyboard. Most of the laptops, if you want to replace the keyboard, most of them have some screws underneath the keyboard here, which is normally protecting or holding the base of the laptop with the keyboard. So you cannot just open it like that and try to force it, because if you want to do that, more likely you can easily damage your keyboard as well as other components on your laptop, in your laptop too. So what we're going to do is, if you look at this laptop, it has some edge here, which we are going to remove carefully, so that we can easily, carefully and securely remove the keyboard without causing any damage to the keyboard. So in order for us to do that, I think this one will be good. I'm going to it's not working. Going to carefully pull this section out, as you can see. Oh, sorry, the camera is not taking that section, so I'm going to take it out. Okay, and then as you can see, I've already taken one side out. Then I can just lift it out carefully, and it's out. So once it's out, then I'm going to have access to other screws here. As you can see, I have one screw here, and then another screw here as well. So I will have to remove those screws in order to access this laptop keyboard. Where do I put the screwdriver? Okay. So I'm removing those two screws now. And then I remove the second screw. And I put that one down. So from there I can easily and gently lift the keyboard from the laptop. As you can see, I've taken the keyboard off, right? But the keyboard is still connected. So if I want to disconnect the keyboard from the motherboard again, the keyboard is connected directly to the motherboard, which is here. As you can see, sorry, I'm recording from my phone, so I cannot zoom it that much. But as you can see, the connection is already here. So I'm going to push the connections out. That's two sections, and then I have the keyboard out from the motherboard. So most of the laptops, you can easily replace a keyboard in case you damage them, either liquid, water damage it, or some of the keys are missing. For example, you can buy a new keyboard and then you can replace it. Okay, so I put the keyboard aside. So here we still have some screws there. Okay, now we have removed all the screws. So if you look in here as well, we have something which is very important in laptops, which is a Wi-Fi card. So this is a Wi-Fi. So this card here enables your laptop to access your wireless network, because without this card your computer or your laptop will not be wireless anymore. Okay, so in order for you to remove it, there's two connections here as well, which is a cable. Okay, if you choose, you can just use a two fingers and carefully do it. Better still, if you cannot do that, you can just use a picking tool and then just take it off. Okay, so I'm going to pause this video so now basically I remove almost all the connections. If you look carefully, there are some connections there which you have to carefully remove those ones in order for you to be able to remove your laptop. So here we have the speaker. So the speaker also is connected to the board, so I'm carefully going to disconnect that as well. So I have to make sure there's this one here. So we need one of the small connector here, so I'm going to just use my small screwdriver, and then I took it out. So we have taken it out without damaging any of the flex cable or the track part here. So I'm going to put that one aside as well. Now we have the full access to your laptop. So in case you want to repair your motherboard, you can easily do that as well. This is the motherboard here, and then there's the Wi-Fi network card there underneath. This is the fan. Underneath there you're going to have other things there like Siemens battery and so on as well. So now I'm going to quickly assemble all the parts. First I'm going to start with the screen. So what I'm going to do right now is the new screen. I'm going to start with that connection. This is a speaker, so I'm going to put that one back in place. Okay. And then I'm going to flat down, and then connect the LED light so that the screen can light up, because without this connection your screen will not light up at all. Okay, now I have that, I can easily put the connection back. So I'm going to be last with that. So what I'm going to do right now is put the screen connectors back. If you have a tape, it seems like my tape is drying out. If you want to tape, for example, you can easily connect it back, and then I easily connect my video card so that I can see, and then from there I can connect back my screen. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I have my screws. I think okay, I have signed it. So I'm going to put back my screws. So first I'm going to start with this section. Put in back your screen. There is no rush. Just take your time, and then you can easily put back your screen. But if you rush, then you might easily damage your screen, which I believe none of us want to do that. So I put the 2 screws on this side. So I'm going to turn the screen around and then do the section as well. So I take 1 screw. I have a very good screwdriver though. There was a magnet there, so we can easily have. Probably some people might be saying, why don't I test the screen? I've already done that, so that's why I'm just putting it back there like this. So the screen is working fine, so that's why I'm putting it back. So let's screw everything back. Okay, I'm going to put on the 4 on this other side of the screw. Make sure when you're doing that too, you don't force the screw, because if, for example, if you are putting like a wrong screw there, if you put a wrong screw there, that can easily damage your LCD. So if your screen is damaged, obviously you will have to like buy a new screen. So when putting back the screws, make sure you don't force the screw. As one of my A+ lecturer once told me, he said whenever you are doing something on the computer, especially hardware section, he said if it doesn't work, like you say you're putting this way, it doesn't work, he said that means it's wrong. So don't force it. Try it all the way around. So now I've put my screen back. As you can see, it's solidly back in my computer, and all the connections are there as well. So I'm going to put back all the section. So as you can see now, I've already placed back the screen. Put this cover back. So I'm going to test the screen to see if it's going to work. As you can see, the motherboard is already light up, so that means we haven't damaged the motherboard. So I'm only going to put the connector there, but first let me just disconnect this, and then you can put back the connector as the power button so that I can test it. Okay. Press the power button. Computer is on. And nothing's also on the screen. There could be few things. It could be RAM, as well as it could be the screen is damaged, or we didn't connect some of the section properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power down the computer. Press and hold the switch button till it goes off. And then there I can turn the computer up and then install my RAM. As you can see, I did not put my RAM back, so I'm going to carefully put those one back. Make sure I install them correctly. Okay, then we give the computer a second try. Yep, as you can see, the computer is on. Can move this thing to be closer so we can have a look at it. So we have properly installed the RAM, and therefore the screen is also working fine. But you can be seeing this because we didn't put no hard drive in it yet. So we're going to power down the computer again and then reassemble and put all the parts back. Okay, so we're going to do that. As you can see, there's no hard drive there, so we cannot do soft shutdown. So we're going to do hard shutdown. That is by pressing and holding the power button for some seconds until the computer goes down, until the computer is off. So as you can see here, it says no boot disk because we still don't have the hard drive backup. So I'm going to hold until the computer is off. Okay, I'll put this back here. I'm going to power my light on so you can see. So I will pause the video as well because I don't want the video to be too long. So I'm going to connect back all the connectors, keyboard, speaker, all those stuff. Carefully, make sure you don't rush. There's no need to rush. Take your time, you can do it. Okay, and then you put it back. Okay, so now everything's working, so I'm going to close down the computer to make sure all the sections are properly locked down. Okay, I have to make sure that nothing is holding the computer from properly shutting down. So everything is fine. What I'm going to do is, seems like there's a cable which is blocking. I forgot to remove this one. Okay, remove that one. It's because this cable here is supposed to be properly back. Because if not, it's going to going to stop the computer from properly closing, and that's something that we don't want to happen. Okay, here we have, so I can put back my cover. Yes, that's what we want. And then I'm going to close them back carefully. First, I'm going to put the power boarding connector back in place. If you want, you can start with any of them. So make sure when putting the connectors back, make sure the battery is not plugged or the battery is not connected, as well as make sure the computer is also not connected to electric as well. So as long as you don't do that, you can connect with any of the cables to put them back. There's absolutely no problem with that. Make sure the computer is completely powered down and knob is connected to it. And then that's my screw. So the screw came from the okay, that's for the Wi-Fi. I just put the Wi-Fi cable. Make sure I connect all the sections. And then I'm going to start with the keyboard. I'm going to put this cable. Outside of it. So let me see. Make sure I have all my screws in place. I'm going to put back my screws. I don't think this is the right one here, so I put the wrong one there. So that's why, like, you have to put all the screws in order so that you will not misplace them. Okay. So now